We built for them once before. I'll have to look and see how many years it's been, but it's been probably 20, 23 years, something like that. He's not going to have us on a real tight budget. He just wants it to be spectacular.
Finished home tours are great for ideas and inspiration. What they don't show you is how it all came together. We have unprecedented access to one of the most special projects in Golden Eagle history, and you'll be able to see it all. Go behind the scenes. I think it's gonna be so special to show everyone how one of our incredible homes gets built from start to finish.
Yeah, this client built with Golden Eagle in the past. They love the experience so much that they're coming back to us now to build their forever home. We're going to show them the latest and greatest amenities, design features, and all the things that can make a home great that we do here on a daily basis to make that home special.
Located in the heart of Wisconsin's cranberry country, Golden Eagle Log and Timber Homes is more than just a business. It's a family. And like any family, they take great pride in the homes they build. With a passion for design and an eye for detail, they create luxury homes that are not only beautiful, but also functional. This raises the question that new clients often ask: where does the journey start?
The first thing we like to do is talk about the land they own. So we want to understand how the property is going to be used before we start drawing the home. We're going to want a topo of the land and make sure that we contour the house to the land.
So generally speaking, most customers are going to call us once they've already obtained the property. From that point, we discuss with them what style of home it is they're looking to build, and then what kind of budget we're trying to maintain for the home. The end goal is to make sure we're designing the home to fit all their needs and keep them in the budget that they want to maintain. Any kind of lot information they might have, discuss some HOAs, if there are HOAs, get that information so that we can then incorporate all that into the design element of the home.
I'll be emailing each of you lots and lots of notes once I get them all put together. They've been watching our videos, Cabin in the Woods, Building My Dream Home, Inside an Amazing Home, and the Private Airstrip Home. I know you're going to ask, what's the home going to be like? They want to give us like free hand, but they like each of these videos. They love the scissors timbers in the airstrip home, and they love the open spaces in the airstrip home. Building My Dream Home, that was your home, Zach. Yeah. One of the things they really liked about that was when you pointed out that instead of having the top of your windows at 6'10", you put it at 8 foot. And when you lay in bed, you can see the stars. Mm-hmm. So they've really watched our videos. But I think they're going to probably end up being 9,000 square feet. They love our hand-hewn look, and they want to have stone mixed in, and they want to have timbers in between, like stone and timber, more stone. They want to mix it in.
So in the garage, I assume we're planning for high-speed chargers for EVs and
Yes.
a wash bay
Yeah.
or something of that nature?
Yeah, they want to have us look at it for the future. They're 65. They say they want to be carried out of this house feet first. So let's say they're going to be there another 30 years, God willing. So they want to give us a lot of free rein to design this, and then we're going to show them the design. They might tweak it a little bit. We'll show them the new design, and as we have ideas, they want us to show them more drawings, and this would just evolve over time.
When we work with the customer, typically they might start with one of our models or the extensive model line we have, or they might come in with their own custom ideas. And what we'll do is we'll develop the plans based on that parameter. But then it is site specific to the house and where it's going because of the different requirements run into between the wind speeds, snow loads, seismic, those different aspects.
You see that all the time where customers watch the videos, they draw inspiration, they make their list of what they love about the different homes, bring that to us, and then we put those to the floor plan that really fits what they're looking for.
You can certainly come in and use 4 or 5 different models and say, I like the master suite on this model, I like the great room and kitchen on this model, and we'll merge those together to create your home. And we have people that come to us with just a napkin drawing.
So now that the customer has decided on a couple of different plans that they found that they liked, we're really going to get down to it and start drawing the home. So we're going to start laying out the walls, place the windows. First round is going to be a rough idea, give the customer some idea as far as like room sizes, just how much, of the lot it's going to take up, things like that. So basically we're going to start drawing.
As the design process begins, they begin reaching out to local municipalities to look into zoning restrictions, verify local building codes, and explore HOA requirements. This is a crucial step in the process to ensure that the home will meet all local regulations and requirements.
When a customer comes to us, we start right from the beginning with the building inspector. So we build all over the country. So everything's going to be different, whether you're building here in Wisconsin, Colorado, Wyoming, Washington State, whatever it may be. So when a customer comes to us, we contact the building inspector, the HOA, whatever it may be, to get information that's going to be pertinent to that house design and house build. The customer doesn't have to worry about it. The builder doesn't have to worry about it. So when we do finally get to the plans and drawing them, they are code compliant for that area that they're building.
We're looking at is the roof for the project, and going over is the complexity of the roof itself and how everything interacts and ties together when we're working with the material suppliers and also the builder to get across the correct information, so when they go to assemble the project, it goes together as smoothly as possible. On this house here, I think there are 150 to 200 trusses on this project, and probably in the profiles, there's probably about 70 to 80 different profiles themselves on each truss. And this way I can review the project, look at the trusses, and see how they're tied to each other to see if there's anything that's getting in the way of when the builder's gonna be framing, and to look over what the supplier did too to make sure they caught all the proper ceiling planes, roof planes, extra truss loading, and everything else that we need to take into consideration when we're designing projects.
As the floor plan takes shape, the team conducts a thorough floor plan review meeting where the experienced and knowledgeable team gathers to examine the floor plan in detail, ensuring that every aspect is perfect before moving forward.
During these meetings, we bring in, someone from our selections team, someone from our design team, usually a general manager, maybe Todd and Jay sit in, the owners. We have the sales rep in on it. And we all just kind of sit around and we take the floor plan, we take the customer's ideas, and we just look at ways to try to enhance that floor plan. Collaborating on that and then putting those thoughts together on a floor plan to really deliver the best thing we can to the customer.
We just don't change the floor plan without notifying the homeowner. We will draw subsequent designs for the master suite or the kitchen area or the laundry area or the drop zones so that they can pick and choose between the 3 or 4 options that we come up with so they get the best home for their money.
Let's show them the original, let's show them any of these nice changes and see what they think, and I think it's awesome.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's awesome.
Can't wait.
After the floor plan is approved, the client and selections team join forces on Zoom to discuss the overall design aesthetic for the home. This step is essential to bring all parties together, working towards a common goal and preparing for their visit to Golden Eagle.
We've met over Zoom to do some preliminary selections to get an idea on what they prefer for cabinet layouts and really get some broad concepts narrowed down. But now it's time for them to visit our Design Center showroom. We have allocated 3 days on the schedule for this visit, and of course, we're available to them throughout the rest of the build.
Well, the day that you come to make your final selections, you start with cabinets and then go into the interior finishes, then go into the exterior finishes. They start to see the process and all the finishes coming together. We put all these samples on boards and they can see how they all combine. So it gets them excited about their process instead of just seeing it on a blank piece of paper, a layout that really doesn't tell you a lot. But once you start seeing finishes and how they go together, then they get really excited about it.
You can actually physically put those items together. During the selections process, they're taking those samples off the wall and putting it together on the inspiration board, and you can see that home come together, that color palette come together, and you can see that it looks awesome. You don't need to lug samples from vendor to vendor. It definitely alleviates a lot of stress. It gives you confidence in your decisions too, to see those come together.
Times your tush. So watch it come on out. There it goes.
I know. So that's kind of funny, but it's nice to have. So that's pretty neat. We just wrapped up a 3-day selections meeting with the clients and it went so well. They just left and they were saying, wow, this is a relief. They felt like it just went so much easier than they ever expected it to go.
You know, imagine if you had to go pick out your cabinets one place and then take that somewhere else to then pick out your interior doors because they don't provide doors. Now you're trying to match colors from 2 different suppliers. Then you gotta go find stain color for your wood, you know, ceilings somewhere else. I mean, I don't know too many other places you can go and have that kind of experience where you pick it all out at one place.
Everything is here in-house, from the design to the selections to the engineering. We're there from start to finish, and we understand that, okay, it went from this process, now it's on to the next, and we're not guessing what a different company did.
Open up some samples. This would be actually the kitchen perimeter. That is gorgeous. So this is a rustic birch snowbank finish, right, Dayla? Snowbank with a brown glaze. And this looks gorgeous. We also have, we're representing the door style, and we've got worn edges applied. This is birds pecking. This shows us a great example of what their cabinet color will look like up against their wall finish, as well as the timber accents. Now we're also dabbling with another idea to take this wall finish and just lighten it up a little bit more. So we've got a few color samples in the works. What I really like with what I'm seeing right here is the combination of these 2 colors. The brown glaze that we're getting on these worn corners is tying in great with the timber accents. And then this overall brownish color tone, that is gonna do a lot to bring everything together and make it very cohesive. Yeah, things are looking great. They've selected their interior doors, so we're just running some jam depths that we can get a quote sent out to our supplier. They've got some awesome doors selected. Everything is custom. There's beautiful glass in there, and it's really gonna be something special.
With all approvals in place, the team at Golden Eagle pushes forward to finalize the home design.
I see we're starting in the great room area. Boy, this is beautiful, all these windows that are in there.
We got the 2-way fireplace here.
You know what's kind of neat about that? If the fire is not actually going, it still is kind of like a window. You can see outside. It's gonna bring in that light.
You're right.
That dining room, just getting a glimpse of that, that's gonna look great. Oh, that's beautiful. Now I can see it, you've represented a great opportunity for them to do some pendant lights above each of these windows. That adds a lot more interest to the space, having your light fixtures be a part of the home's decor. I just love that. And then above also, having those windows up in that gable.
Yeah. Can you imagine sitting there and seeing those stars at night as you're cooking popcorn?
As you can see here, it's the center section, your typical garage, you know, for your 2-car garage here with your 18x8 garage door. And then right next door to it, we've got a massive 18x13 overhead garage door that lets you pull this RV right into it. And you don't have to worry about ceiling height because in this area we've taken into account a 15-foot ceiling height. So anything that you can think of, we could probably pull in here.
Months of teamwork and collaboration have led to this moment. The Forever Home is ready for construction.
I love that they want to prioritize hosting. I think when it comes to floor plan designs, that can be a lot of fun. So having that outdoor salona area, tying that in with a fire pit, that'll be great, keeping that near the kitchen and great room area. That way people aren't separated when you have a large gathering.
When I saw the final floor plan and renderings of the Forever Home, a couple things that caught my eye right away were definitely some of those exterior covered porches. Those are gonna be unbelievable. They certainly give it a lot of curb appeal as well. And then also the garage. I always say, boy, the garage is never big enough for us guys, but I might have to redact that statement after seeing this floor plan because that's an awesome garage. The fireplace also in the master bedroom. Boy, a lot of those features from the rest of the home move into the master suite. The timbers, the stone, and even in the master bathrooms.
Everywhere you go throughout that home, there's something special about it, whether it even be just a finish, you know, or a niche in the wall. There's a lot of great things in there.
The design is complete, But this series is just beginning. Be sure to subscribe as we break ground on the forever home.